everybody. Hello. Hola. It's Friday. And this is a big episode. This is a 140th episode. 140 episodes. I've done 140 episodes of Jon Does. And they just keep getting weirder and weirder, don't they? Before we get started with everything, I like to let everybody know to go follow me on Instagram for all kinds of new art that I'm doing. Oh, forgot to turn my monitor off. One sec. There we go. And, yeah, go follow me on Instagram. I usually post art up there. I like to use stories to communicate with people. There's the community tab where sometimes I like to tell people, like, oh, no show today. Instagram stories I find a little bit easier to utilize for like updates and stuff like that. And then go check out wilddinosaur.com. We've got some stuff going on over there. There's all kinds of art that I've made there. Some music videos right there on the homepage. And then I've got a merch store. Right up at the top corner, you can go check out the shop and check out my art on various designs. There's t-shirts and sweatshirts and sweaters and zip ups and all the good stuff. We got those. I really love those baseball style t-shirts, and we've got stuff for kids and whatnot. The mugs we added recently, and also there were framed prints. There's only a couple of variations on the framed prints, so I'll try to get some more of those up this year. I'd like to have some more stuff, and then tote bags, of course. I used to show off the tote bags a lot before I did this B-roll, but anyways, whoops! I always do that. I always miss the end of that commercial, but anyways, I want to let you guys know that I have a special guest today. You probably saw him just sitting there. Previously we've had Real Alien on. The government was doing some hearings about UAPs, UFOs, aliens, unidentified things flying around. We figured why not just try to get as many guests as we can. So we've reached out to a lot of political people to see if we can get them to talk about stuff. I got a huge get. I got President Joe Biden.
Dark Brandon.
Oh, forgive me. It's Dark Brandon. Yeah, he's going to be here today just kicking it with me, talking about some stuff. He's currently his current job description doesn't allow him to talk about aliens as much. So we're going to maybe stay away from some of that conversation. I don't know. I might try to slip in. Here or there.
You're drunk?
I'm not drunk, Joe. Sorry.
Dark Brandon.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm not drunk. Yeah, it was just, I'm glad that you came on because, I've needed a big guest for a long time. So, yeah, I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you very much, pal.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
What? What did I do? What did I do this time? Anyways, I just hope we're going to have a good time today. Joe's going to keep it pretty chill.
Unchained.
I thought you said you were keeping it chill today.
Unchained.
Okay, we're going to keep it unchained today.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
I'm not that smart. Come on. Why you got to insult me?
What a stupid son of a bitch.
All right, this is already off to be a great interview. It's not really an interview. I'm not going to interview Joe Biden. Why would I interview Joe Biden? I don't want to ask him questions. I just want to chill with him. Maybe get some ice cream or something like that. But let's see. What do we got? I have some house cleaning to do. So big news, and this is going to start next week. as you guys know, I did get a temp job that I'm gonna be starting on Monday, doing some photo editing work for a business locally, and I'm gonna be working from like 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. So I will have a temporary full-time position. I was gonna move the shows on Fridays to 7 p.m. but there are some issues with that. First of all, the job I have might require me to work late certain days, just depending, and I don't want to have to rush to, like, you know, try to get back here and everything. And also, it takes me a good bit of time to, like, set up for the show. I got to make thumbnails and send out the email and stuff like that. But, by the way, quickly going back to the Wild Dinosaur website thing, if you want updates on just stuff that I'm doing, I do send out a reminder right before the episodes go live. And the way to get those emails is to go to wilddinosaur.com and sign up for the mailing list. So if you go down there, I think right down at the bottom of the page, there's a sign up for it. So if you guys want updates on you know, when I'm going live, or, you know, updates with the website or anything like that, you can subscribe to the mailing list and you'll get those. You at least get the weekly reminder that the shows are happening. But going back to the show, I was going to do this on Fridays at 7 instead of 6, but because of potentially having to stay late, or not having enough time to prep for the shows before we go live, I think I'm just going to push these to Saturdays. So we're going to do the new temporary schedule. This is probably going to last through October. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted, because this is also going to be a test for me too. I'm not sure. You know, I used to do 5 days a week, then I did 3 days a week, then 2 days a week. Now I'm doing 1 day a week. None of those days ever fell on weekends. I always did weekdays. I always like to give you guys content during the week. It gives you something to, like, look forward to while you're, you know, at work or whatever. Oh, is the idea. Hopefully you guys get excited about coming and seeing. Joe, quit doing that. Sorry. Joe keeps... Anyways, what was that?
By the way, he gave me permission to touch him.
I didn't give you permission at all.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Okay, look, Joe, I'm sorry. I did give you permission.
And the kid used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
I did nothing of the sort.
What's happening?
Okay. We're going to get some ice cream here in a little bit, so don't worry about it. Just relax. What was I saying? Saturdays at 6 p.m. For the next couple of months while I get through this job thing. I'll be honest with you guys too. I hate jerking the schedule around so much. But oops, sorry, what's going on over here with this? There we go. I hate jerking the schedule around so much. And again, I do like to do these during the week. It's a good break from, you know, your work week and whatever. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do weekends for a little bit. And so, yeah, that also means that Pat is going to be more likely to come on, maybe some other potential guests like Joe or Real Alien or Lizard Person. So just subscribe to the mailing list. You'll get updates there for sure. And I'm going to try to do my best to, like, keep you guys posted weekly about, you know, how work's going, and you know, if the schedule is working on Saturdays, because maybe instead of Saturday, I get the impression that there's going to be people doing stuff Saturday nights, so more people might be out and about instead of at home. after work, you know. So it's gonna be trial and error on my end. So yeah, hopefully you guys are able to join on Saturdays. If anybody listening has any suggestions at all, throw them in the chat, or if you're watching this later, you can comment on the video and let me know what you think about, you know, the scheduling and what you prefer, what you'd prefer and stuff like that. So yeah, just keep me updated and posted. Yeah, interact with the videos. Yeah, comments and getting involved in the chat is always really helpful for the video stuff. The other thing I need to I gotta say this. Today's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday, fanciful. She's I'm 19, so she's what, 36, something like that. Yeah. She was young when she had me, and I'm the youngest of three. Anyways, happy birthday, Mom. We're gonna do something tomorrow, I think. With the family. Yeah, so quickly going back to the schedule thing, I'm going to be starting this job on Monday, and like I said before, it's a photo editor position at a photography studio. I was previously, the last couple of weeks, I did a little bit of work for a separate photography studio, and I was going to some of the local high schools and helping them take photos for ID cards. Oh my God. High school kids fucking suck. Not all of them. I mean, look, the first school that I worked at, I did pictures. The first day was seniors, the second day was juniors, then it was sophomores and freshmen, and then we had a makeup day the following week. So those first 4 days were individual classes. Honestly, most of the kids were fine. The seniors were like, oh, can I do a goofy face or whatever? And you're like, no, sorry, this is your ID card. Like, this is an identifying photo. So like, if you go missing, this is the picture that goes on the news. You know, this is the milk carton photo that you're getting right now. So you can't make a dumb face. And a lot of those seniors quickly were just like, whatever. I got my senior photo taken already, or I'm doing senior photos. So they don't care about that. Juniors and sophomores were just kind of like, they're just like there to get it done and get it over with. Not a lot of people complain too much or whatever. The freshmen were just dumb. They were all, not all of them. I don't want to. It's just a part of your life where you're insecure about things, and you know, you haven't learned certain parts of society and whatnot. So like, when somebody calls next and you're next in line, usually you walk up instead of having to get reminded like 5 times, like, hey, I'm ready. You can come over here. I need to take your picture. Let's go. I got 500 kids behind you that I need to take their pictures for. So they're just a little bit like, aloof, I guess, in some regards. And then there was the ones that came in with their teachers, like, I had this one parent say, oh, what was it? I had gone through like 300 kids, you know, and I had stopped to take a sip of my drink. I had like a Gatorade with me or something like that. I was taking a sip of my drink, and the mom was like, no, go ahead. You can take your break and take a drink. I was like, yeah, I know. Thank you. I can. It's legally required that I take a break from my job to, you know, hydrate. I didn't eat breakfast that day, so I had a Gatorade with me, you know, get those electrolytes in. And yeah, I don't know. There was just some like rude parents. condescending parents. You know how parents can be sometimes. Some of you guys are parents, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine. But most people my age have kids at this point. A lot of people my age have kids at this point. So, but there are, some parents that are like, oh, we had to wait in line for 20 minutes. And I'm like, I've had to sit here for 4 hours already. Like, okay, you had to sit in line. I'm at my job. So great. Anyways, I don't mean to bitch about that so much. The second, I did fill in on a makeup day for another school last week. Wait, no, was it Wednesday? Holy crap, was that this week? Yeah, that was this week. Yeah, I had to do one more day at a different school, and that one sucked too. That was a makeup day, so there was just everybody coming in, including staff, and there was a rule that like staff got to jump the line in front of all the kids. Which, I mean, sure, they're at their jobs too. They all have teacher meetings and free periods and stuff like that. So, sure, whatever. But it became fun. It became like this thing where like a teacher would walk in, because there was two doors. Like there was the kids would come in one door and then take their picture. I'd print out the card, and then they'd go into the library and like deal with books or whatever it was next, their schedule or whatever. And like a teacher would come in the opposite door from the library and look at me and be like, "Hey, so I heard that the teachers can like jump the line." And I'm like, "Yeah, teachers can jump the line. Go over there and get your card." And like kids would look and be like, "Huh?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, that's the rule. I didn't make this up. These are all like arbitrary rules that people were just throwing out." So, anyways, look, the job was fine. It was sitting in one spot, so I had the camera in front of me, and then there was a laptop to put in like information, and a bunch of students I guess the schools have different templates for different things. So like the staff cards were vertical, and the senior ID cards were vertical, and then all the other underclassmen were horizontal. So I had to they would give me a card that had a barcode on it with all their information on it. I'd scan that and then find out what grade they were in. So every single person on this makeup day, I had to decipher what grade they were in. And depending on the template, I had to pull out all of the cards from the printer and flip them around. It was kind of a nightmare setup. And so I was constantly doing this, and then click, and then click, and then click, and then doing. Yeah, this is how you take pictures, by the way. It's just fake. It's fake typing in movies is how you take pictures in my world. Anyways, so yeah, I had to do a bunch of photos the last 2 weeks, and man, that last day really the first week was like, I think I was at those schools from 7 a.m. to like noon or something, noonish, 1 around there, and then this last day it was like 7 a.m. to 4, so I ended up leaving at like 4:30 after breaking down backdrops and lights and camera gear and stuff like that. So I was just kind of out of it the last couple of days. Was that really Wednesday? That seems like it was like last week already. But yeah, no, I did it. I did that. I did it. I did the thing, and I should be getting paid for it soon. I got paid for the first batch, but this makeup day I have not been paid for yet. But anyways, I do start this other photography studio. Well, it's an editing job, but I start this other temp job on Monday. So yep, we'll see how that goes, and we'll see how that really affects me getting the show together. Because just again, to reiterate to everybody, and I'll do this probably at the end of the show, I'll do some social media posts about it, but Jon Does will be moving for the next couple of months, tentatively, until I'm done with this temp job. which again will go probably through Halloween. So at least the next 2 months. So next 6-7 episodes. I'm hopefully going to be starting another temp job after that. This one that I've done previously for I did 2 or 3 years in a row. I think I took last year off, but it's another photography job. This one is for a place that does holiday cards. So you go to their website and you pull out whatever template of Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever template you're looking for, and then you upload your photos to this template, and then you print off 10, 20, 200, 500 holiday butts. CCP. Who's CCP? I don't know who that is. Anyways, welcome. Joe Biden's here.
And I haven't learned a damn thing.
Yep, he hasn't. He's just listening to me talk about my photo jobs. Oh, Ian, what up, dude? Yo, Joe, my buddy Ian's here. Actually, Ian moved to your neck of the woods recently.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Hey, that's mean. You shouldn't say that. Ian, you should call up Joe Biden and be like, I want an apology for calling you
What a stupid son of a bitch.
That was just rude. You didn't. God, this guy over here. Go eat some ice cream.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
Wait, I told you I'm not that smart earlier.
Unchained.
Yeah, you are a little bit unchained.
Dark Brandon.
Mm-hmm. I knew it. Dark Brandon is here. He's here. He's here for this episode. What's going on? Well, let's ask Joe Biden a couple of questions. Ian, you got any questions for Joe Biden? I'm sure he would love to answer. Some things.
You're trying your best?
Yeah, I am trying my best. God, this guy. You're a better comedian than I am. Let's see.
Guess what?
What?
So I learned about roaches.
I've learned about roaches. I've learned plenty about roaches. I know that there are various kinds of roaches. A lot of them will I don't know, probably survive nuclear holocaust. And I also know other roaches that you save in your ashtray till you're out of money. And then you break open all those roaches and smoke what's left because you're broke and you got to get high, right? Where's Joe going to legalize roaches? I don't know. Probably just the DC area. So it's, yeah, totally. Just resin roaches. So if you go to DC starting in January, you can go to dispensaries, but it's only used. It's it's a used dispensary. What an interesting idea. They're like antique shops. Thrift stores. Thrift dispensaries. That's a weird concept.
You're drunk?
I'm not drunk. I don't drink, Joe.
Dark Brandon.
Sorry, Dark Brandon.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I will try to get my words straight, and just don't call me Jack.
And I haven't learned a damn thing.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that before. Thanks, Joe.
By the way, he gave me permission to touch him.
I didn't give you any permission to touch me anywhere, but I kind of liked it.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
Well, again... Oh, I think you're saying that not because I'm a smart guy, but because you're sick and tired of smart guys. And you know what? I agree. So, I don't know. Yeah, Joe wants to legalize roaches. And I'm not totally opposed to that. You know, I've lived my life in a very frugal way at times. And yeah, I just I don't know. I think I think that this will be a win for you in your next term. You know, is just really doubling down on no actual weed dispensaries, but thrift dispensaries.
I want to thank that fellow down under.
Who?
I want to thank that fellow down under.
What fellow down under?
Everybody knows I like kids better than people.
I'm a bit confused on that, but sure, okay.
Come on, man.
I'm doing my job here, Joe. What do you want from me? I'm trying my best. Look, it's hard to have a full conversation with the president of the United States when, like, I was given so many things I couldn't talk about. I couldn't talk about aliens. I couldn't talk about the debates. I couldn't talk about I don't know, all kinds of stuff. Ukraine. Coincidentally, most of the questions that were given to me by your staff, Mr. President, was ice cream related questions. And I just don't know that many people are curious about that. I don't think people have that sorry, the camera when it goes to sleep it reframes itself a little bit. So I just got to fix that every once in a while until I fix the power source issue on this camera, so we don't have those issues. And also, I'm just noticing, why is chat not coming up on screen? Where's my chatter? It's there. I don't know what's going on. So yes, I wasn't just talking to myself. I was just realizing, can I talk about ice cream? I can talk about ice cream. My favorite ice cream is definitely rainbow sherbet, cause pride. No, I've always loved rainbow sherbet. Unless it's got pineapple, fuck off with pineapple. Yellow should be lime or lemon, you know. No pineapple, please. It should be orange, lime, and what's the other one? Oh shit, it's been a while since I've had rainbow sherbet. And cards on the table here. I don't need ice cream that much. Not because I dislike ice cream. I just, like, as I got older, ice cream just doesn't sit well with me as much anymore. It's probably the dairy, but I also don't have as much issue with a lot of other dairy because I eat cheese regularly. Let's see, if I was to break down the contents of my biological makeup, it's probably, I drink a lot of water. So there's definitely, what do they say? Your body's like 75% water or something, or is that earth? I can't remember. You have a ton of water in your body. Yeah. I have a lower amount of water because I sweat a lot. So, I'm like probably 20% water, about 75% cheese, and about I'm about 65% cheese. And then the rest is just THC, CBD, varying degrees of, you know, the rest. That's what the rest of the makeup is. I'm like what was that? What was the math on that? 65 plus 20, 85. I'm about 15% roach. No, ice cream is actually made of poop. That's why it makes you poop. Oh, you learn something new every day, don't you? I mean, I learn things every day. Do you? Did you learn anything today?
And I haven't learned a damn thing.
Well, take heed. Ice cream is made from poop, Mr. President, and I know you're a big fan of, what is it? Is it mint chocolate chip or is it just chocolate chip? Or is it cookies and cream? You know, I'm going to say my runner-up ice cream would probably be cookies and cream. Cookies and cream is delicious. I ate a lot of Oreos as a child. There's like a running joke in my family where it's like my friend Brandon used to bring this up a lot. He met my brother. They went to college together, and then years later, Brandon and I started hanging out more. And he was like, I remember going over to your house one time, and your brother was like, yeah, make yourself at home. And he's like, here's the pantry, you like eat whatever you want except for the Oreos, because that's the only thing John eats. So yeah, cookies and cream, delicious. You might not be an official superhero, but you're my superhero. Aw, thanks, Ian. You know what? I try real hard. What's your favorite ice cream? What's your favorite ice cream, Ian? Because I got the two. I got the rainbow sherbet, and then the runner up is the cookies and cream. I can tell you my mom's favorite ice cream, which is Rocky Road, which is like, I don't hear a lot of people be like Rocky Road's my favorite anymore. I feel like that might have been, maybe when I was younger, I'd heard people talk about Rocky Road more. But yeah, usually it's just like, oh, I like this mocha cappuccino flavored like ice cream with caramel swirls and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, that's fancy. What are you, Ben and Jerry's over here? Jeez. Anyways, let's see. I have a couple other things on the docket here. Joe, do you want to vamp while I figure this out real quick?
And the kid used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
That I don't think is the story people want to hear about right now. I think...
What's happening?
I just told you people don't want to hear your weird, creepy story about...
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I know, I'm sorry. You keep saying that, but, you know... You just don't want to hear about, you know, kids rubbing your legs down. You know, it's just not appropriate for this family-friendly Jon Does episode.
Everybody knows I like kids better than people.
Well, maybe keep that to yourself. I like strawberry ice cream. Rainbow sherbet was my favorite. Okay, yeah. So you and I are on the same page here. How do you feel about the pineapple? I got bamboozled one time. I was like, rainbow sherbet, let's go. And I got it, and I start getting into it, and I'm like, the green, the orange, let's go. And then I started eating the yellow, and there was straight up a chunk of pineapple in it, and I was like, this is blasphemous. Nothing against pineapple. And actually, I'm not a fan of pineapple on pizza, but I don't think it's as big of a problem as a lot of people do. There's been one podcaster I listen to talks about regularly where it's like, I think it's pineapple and jalapeno. And that sounds interesting because those are like palettes that I think might work together pretty well. Where I don't hate the pineapple on pizza thing as much as everybody else or a lot of other people do. I don't tend to get it myself. I went to a fan of the show, Jason. A couple of weeks ago, I went to dinner with Jason and his wife, Kara. I almost did it. I'm sorry. I apologize. We went and had some pizza at a local place, and what was it? I can't remember, but was it? I think it was like peaches. There was like sliced peaches or something on there. Again, not my cup of tea, but that actually worked well. It was a good blend. Jason was not into it, but let's see. Ian says no pineapple. Keep that shit out of the rainbow. Right? Go back to Hawaii pineapple. That's messed up. I shouldn't say that. Shout out to Hawaii. We all are hoping that you guys are recovering. Especially here in California, we feel your pain. We burn regularly here, and just quickly wanted to thoughts and prayers. No, I hate doing that. I mean, yes, thoughts and prayers, but you know, our hearts go out to the people of Maui specifically. But a friend of the show, Jay, who's been on the show before, he lived in Maui for a long time, and yeah, I mean, he's not there now, so he's fine. But Yeah, I know. I had some interesting conversations with Jay recently. We might be there might be a couple of things in the works. There might be a weekend getaway. There might be a weekend getaway with Jay and Pat, maybe in the new year for some music. I haven't done any burnt pineapple. Jesus. I mean, no. Again, not to make light of the Hawaiian the fires in Hawaii. We totally look, in California. There was the Paradise Fire. The Paradise Fire devastated an entire town. There was 2 roads in and out of Paradise. I know this because I lived in Chico right down the hill, and I've spent plenty of time in Paradise. It's a small town. It's a really small town that's surrounded by federal land, by the way. And after Paradise caught fire, Trump comes out and says, well, California wouldn't burn if they just raked their yards. And it was like, that's not how this works, you fucking tool. Sorry, I'm not trying to get political here, but, you know, your predecessor, he's just...
what a stupid son of a bitch.
I didn't say it.
Unchained.
Well, a little bit.
Dark Brandon.
Yep, he's here. Dark Brandon is here. Wow, this episode is like moving by. Sometimes I feel like when I'm doing episodes like this that it just like slugs along. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm talking about, or I don't know if this is entertaining for people. There seems to be a fair amount of viewers right now, so welcome everybody. Joe Biden is here.
Dark Brandon.
I'm sorry I keep doing that. It is Dark Brandon.
You're drunk?
I am not drunk. I've told you 3 times, maybe 4. I don't drink. Except for bubbly water. I'm going to take some bubbly water. Forgive me. That black raspberry. Delish. Well, sorry, I keep calling it bubbly. That was LaCroix. No shout-outs. Unless you guys want to sponsor. I'm always good for sponsors. LaCroix, bubbly water, Waterloo, any of you guys listening to this podcast, I don't necessarily need money, but I'll take cases of bomb waters. Not bomb-flavored waters, but just delicious waters. Black raspberry, orange creamsicle. Those are good. Those are good ones. Where was I going with this? There was some stuff going on. Oh yeah, we were talking about fires and the previous administration's response to California burning. Just that was a dumb statement. I don't care who you are. I don't care what political party, race, or gender you are. When you say something like that, you're a fucking idiot. Fires wouldn't happen if you just raked your yard. Yeah, in certain, like, minimal circumstances, when, like, there's fireworks going off and you live in a fucking, like, tinderbox. Yeah, maybe just, like, don't light fireworks there. But you're talking about an entire state that burns every year, and the fires get worse and worse. Anyways, I'll get off my my little political. It's not even political. I don't know why everybody. I don't know. In my own head, I start talking about things that are like talking points, and it's like these aren't political. Like this, media and these guys are making things political, but it's like we're all people, you know. I just actually saw, before I move on, I did just see the, what's that guy's name? Oliver something? The guy that's going viral for his, like, song about poor people and welfare and stuff like that. Like, I just saw I saw a response from him where he was like, yeah, it's funny to me that all these, like, politicians and people in the news are referencing my song because, like, I wrote that song about them. Like, they're not on my side. Digging through the whole like pile of things. This is something I try to tell, you know, some of my friends too, is that like there's so much heightened politics and stuff like that, but like let's get off the news for a minute and just like talk to your neighbors, even if your neighbors disagree with you. Like you're more in line with the people in your community than with like what newscasters or politicians, people who seek power or, these kinds of positions. Like, you have more in common with your like neighbor down the street that has a Trump flag up or a Biden flag up. You have more in common with them than you do with these guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, Dark Brandon, but it's true.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I'm sorry, but I'm tired of this insult. Why would you?
Why would I not be for it?
I don't know. You keep calling me names. I don't know if I'm gonna have you back on the podcast or not.
Unchained.
Yeah, I know you're unchained. Maybe next time you're on, we'll make you wear chains, like a bunch of gold chains, just looking like, I don't know, like you run a cell phone business, but like not like a T-Mobile or something, but like, when you're walking through like LA or San Francisco or something like that, and there's just like head shops and then like tchotchke shops, and then there's like a random cell phone business where they just sell like cell phones. That's not like a T-Mobile or AT&T store or whatever. It's just like a shop. That's what you look like. That's what you should look like. The Biden Unchained. Yes, he's very much
Unchained.
Look, as long as you don't keep insulting me, then we might have a good rest of the episode. Okay, Brandon.
Dark Brandon.
Sorry, Dark Brandon. I gotta get that right.
Get your words straight, Jack.
I'm trying to get my words straight. And don't call me Jack. Joe. Right? Yeah, that's right. Although, I always thought it was weird. I'm a Jonathan. My full name is Jonathan. I go by John, and then there's, I'm a Jon. Then there's John, John. And I always thought it was weird that, like, Jack was short for John, because I'm like, they're the exact same amount of letters. It was always weird to me. Well, I don't know why that's a short version, because, like, John is a short version of Jonathan, but, like, when your name is John and it's spelled with the H, like, just go by John. It makes no sense to me. When I was in, like, junior high, I used to go to these like church retreats through my mom's church. I'm not very religious, but it was always a fun time to like meet new kids from around the area that I've never met before or whatever, and just go camping or be a part of like a summer camp type thing for a week or whatever. And I always had to give out variations on my name. Like, I've had a ton of nicknames for not once, but I think like 3 summers in a row I went by No H. Yeah, because everybody kept spelling my name with an H, and I'm like, John, no H, and they're like, okay, no H. So I just went by No H. So anyways, what am I doing? What have I been doing? What have I been up to? In between working on these photo gigs that I've been doing, there are potentially 2 short films I might be working on. One I might be directing, the other one I might be editing and doing the sound for, or music for. Pat and I might be doing music for, like a suspense thriller type deal. And then Jason, who's in here, he approached me with an idea, and I think his brother-in-law is writing a script based on his idea, and we're trying to keep it short. But yeah, I've been excited about trying to get some short films made. I still haven't finished my directing certificate. I still have 3 courses left, but I really need to work before I take my next class. I think then I have 2 workshop classes, which I'm excited about those, and then I have an acting class that I have to take, and I really am not looking forward to that one as much. So that one I might take first just to get it out of the way, and then I think my workshop classes might be a little better with having that class done and out of the way. The way I've done the certificate program is there have been some classes that I noticed would be beneficial to do first. So by the time I got to like a second or third class, I was like, I'm really glad I did it this way. But so yeah, just trying to work, get stuff done. So go buy some stuff from wilddinosaur.com. That helps pay for all kinds of stuff. I just had to renew the website, which was a bit of money, and yeah, I just got got stuff to take care of, and I want to keep doing this, art stuff in general, being a creative, and so it always helps when you guys support the old website. Oh, what's up, Chris? I haven't seen you in a while, bro. You're looking cleaner this week. Is there a mistress, or is just Pat looking extra good today? Yeah, that's Pat.
Dark Brandon.
I'm sorry, Dark Brandon. You look kind of like Pat today.
You're drunk?
I'm not drunk. Chris might be drunk, but yeah, I don't know. Chris, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Hey, look, Joe, you don't have to call everybody names. Go eat some ice cream.
What's happening?
I know, right? What is happening? Why do you keep chiming in like this?
Unchained!
Well, I guess maybe get chained, bro. Hey, since there's a handful of people here, the show's kind of winding down. Oh, I still have stuff to talk about. But as the hour is winding down, I do want to throw this out there for everybody listening. This is the last week for now that this show will be on Fridays at 6. Because of the next job, or the job that I'm taking, I'm going to have to, like, I won't, sometimes I might have to work late. Hopefully not on Fridays. And I'd get off work by 5, and just to get here, and get everything set up. It's just not feasible for me. Unless I could push it an hour, but again, I don't know if I'm going to work late certain days, so I do think it's just more safe to move the show for now to Saturdays at 6 Pacific time. Joe's gonna make me storm the Capitol. Well, I mean,
He's got some real biceps.
yeah. Well, hey, look, that was the nicest thing you said all day, and you can't even see Chris. You're just like, he's got some biceps. You're like, I guess he's just prepared. He's preparing. He's like, that guy's got nice biceps. Better get the whole police force out there.
And to get hot, I got hairy legs.
Yeah, me too, bro. This is why I have a hard time thinking that that you live in the DC area, because it's like a swamp. It's a shitty swamp town, You got those hairy legs. You got those real hairy legs.
And the kid used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down.
Stop telling people that, guy.
Why would I not be for it?
I don't know why you would want. I don't know why you would want to tell people that. Just
Unchained!
Biden Unchained. So you were right, though. Chris does lift. And hairy leg reveal, please. Biden is under direct orders from the Secret Service, who's standing right outside my door, not to show any leg. He's not. This isn't even like a government thing, but like Jill Biden, Dr. Jill Biden, our first lady, she doesn't allow him to show his ankles to anybody. But I'll show you mine. Ow, I got a cramp when I did that. There, you get a little bit of my leg and foot. Put that shit on Wiki Feet. Get me number 1 on Wiki Feet. I wanna be number 1 on Wiki Feet by the end of the month, which isn't like 5 days, 4 or 5. Wait, is it 20? Yeah, like what, 6 days? This is what I came for. Well, Chris, you're always going to be entertained when you come to the show. I do want to ask, do you guys think that Saturday is okay if I have to if I have to move the show for the next couple of months because of this temp job I'm going to be working? Do you guys think that you'll tune in on Saturday nights instead of Friday nights? I know people are probably, I know a lot of people that are like my age and older, so they might be home. Nice, quiet Saturday in. A lot of other people I know are usually out and about on Saturday nights. So I'm Saturdays are for the boys. So maybe next week's episode is just called For the Boys. Yeah, that makes sense. Ian says it's easier for him because of Eastern time. Why is my chat not showing up? The chatter is just not showing up, and I'm not sure why, and I don't really want to do any IT work right now. Usually the chatter pops up on screen, so you could see all that. But sorry, guys, it's just not working today for some reason. But I'm getting it. I'm getting it on the YouTube end, so I can see all of this. Bro, I'm on Eastern too. Okay. I just don't know if like Saturdays are days that people do stuff or not do stuff. Just because weekdays I like doing just because I know people are like coming home from work or are at home from work and are just chilling. But Saturdays people are out and about and whatnot like that. So if it's easier for people to be here or catch the episodes, I really like it when people catch it live because I was gonna say look, but I don't have the chat up there. I love it when you guys are able to watch live and join in the conversation. On basic analysis, analytics, Friday and Saturdays are the most visited. Yeah, I do know that. I need to look at my analytics and just see. I don't know. I could do a better job of that. There's so much stuff to take care of on this for the show. So Saturdays hopefully work better. I know Pat's probably going to be more available on weekends than on, sometimes Pat works late, and that's one of the reasons he couldn't be here today. And also the Secret Service asked him not to show up because he's on some offender list. I don't remember what it was.
Thank you very much, pal.
Yeah, for your safety, Mr. President. So, yeah, if you guys are thinking Saturdays, we'll try the Saturdays out for a while. I do want to revisit this once my temp job's over. I might go directly into another temp job, which could be another... sorry, what was I saying? Might be another... Fuck, I forgot. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. By the way, is Pat doing the song still? Also, it was Zoom up. No, I'm sorry. I really am sorry about the Zoom stuff. I have been putting that off. It has been the bane of my streaming existence is trying to get the Zoom stuff going. No, that's cool. Don't worry about changing the topic. One of the things that's great about live chats is being able to talk about some of this stuff. I still have plans for trying to get Zoom up. I'm gonna need some help for sure. I will try to enlist that help as soon as possible because I'd love, Chris, specifically. You and I have had some really great conversations. And it would be fun to have more in-depth conversations because I remember, what was it? We were talking about George Lucas potentially returning to Star Wars, and I was like, just leave it alone. You're like, no, I got stuff to say about that. So, I will try to get that solved. I would love to have more conversations with you guys and more availability to just have other people on here that can't make it into the studio, aka my room. Okay, cool. So far it sounds like you guys are cool with Saturdays, 6 p.m. Pacific time, so same time as normal, but just on Saturdays. So thanks for the feedback, guys. I really do appreciate that. I feel like sometimes I don't get a lot of feedback on stuff, and this is one of those things that I'm like, I really hope people give me some feedback on. You'd prefer Saturday? Well, until further notice, your wish is granted. So starting next week, we'll start doing Saturday shows at 6 p.m. And real quick, I did want to, let's see. I have, I talked about working on music last week, so maybe I'll skip that, but I have been working on more music. I got a little stuck this week on one thing, and then I ended up re-recording a whole thing, so it's just a process. But there will be a new EP coming soonish. My hope is that I can get it out by like Thanksgiving. The creative process just like doesn't need dates. Sometimes it's not a good idea to put a release date on something. Sometimes it's really good to do that though. This is one of those things I'm going to need a little bit of time to try to get this thing that I'm working on just right. My brother bought a bass. We talked about basses this week. It was nice to connect with my brother on some music stuff. He learned guitar a long time ago, and then I picked up guitar, and then he kind of stopped playing, and I kept playing. I'm still, again, not the best. You guys have heard me play. I'm okay. When it comes to like theory and like the vocabulary behind it, I'm not as articulate, knowledgeable. I play, that's what I do. I just play, pick up and play, and spend time restringing basses and guitars and stuff, which is another thing I did all week. I have 2 pieces of media. I forgot you had a brother. I feel bad because you got the looks. You know what? I've been saying that for years. It's true. I did get the looks. You got the hairline though. He probably looks like a burnt seagull. You know what? You're not far off. Oh, I was at Target the other day, and this girl who was I know people hate this. I don't. I always use self-checkout. Always. It's one of my favorite things that retailers have implemented. There's a whole nother conversation about like employees and how businesses work. Anyways, I half the time don't like talking to employees, not because anything they do. It's just my own anxieties and stuff. So a lot of the times they're just like, get me in, get me out. I don't want to deal with anything. The girl that was directing the traffic for the self-checkouts, I was just standing there waiting. I was next in line, and she was like, you look really familiar. Do I know you? And I was like, you're like 12. Sorry, I don't know many children that I'm not related to, like my nephew or whatever. And she wasn't 12. She was young. She was probably like 17, 18, maybe 19. And she was like, you look super familiar. And then right as I was about to go to the next open register, she was like, you look like this kid from Grey's Anatomy. I was like, what? It's like Duncan something. This kid. I looked him up when I got into the parking lot because I was like, I've never seen that show in my life. I don't know who this person is. And yeah, she was like, you look like this like literal child. And I was like, with the beard? With facial hair and everything? Are you sure you got the right person here? Okay, so you just confirmed it and dropped the channel. And I don't like giving out. You know what I hate doing is I hate being like, hey, my name's John. I do a podcast. Usually that comes like later into the conversations. I should be a little bit more shameless though. It would probably help. It would probably help. Usually it's the first thing is, well, to be honest, the conversations of podcast doesn't usually come up. People usually are like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I made this. I'm the artist. And then I, will tell them about my store. Or if I have business cards or stickers or whatever, I hand those out. And I do so many things, like I make prints, I make music, I make videos, I live stream. So it's hard to think in what order I should market myself,
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I know. Look, this is the one time you haven't really offended me, because I also think I'm dumb, and that's lather a sticker on her forehead. That would have been fun. She had glasses, so it'd have been funny. Just do I have any spares around here? I thought I did. Oh, they're behind the I keep a box in my car of the sticker packs that I have. I don't show these off very often. If you want some sticker packs, hit me up. I do sell these individually. You can't get them on the website. So if you are interested, the sticker pack comes with 3 different designs. There's the No Friends on This Planet. This is the EP that's coming out, album cover. You guys have seen this. It's been out for a while. I have it on shirts. It was the imagery for the self-title, or the track No Friends on This Planet. And then these two come in the pack as well. These are this is a series I have been working on and off with they're astronauts, skeleton astronauts. Anyways, sorry, this was a long way around this. But the other, I always throw in some of these Wild Dinosaur stickers, and they're round. There's usually 2 in a bag. It'd been funny if I just plastered them on her glasses, and she was just like, "You look like the guy from, you look like the kid from Grey's Anatomy." So, anyways, you guys want stickers, hit me up, and we'll work something out. So these are vinyl stickers. So there's 5 in a pack. I'm doing $10 per pack. So if you want any of these, hit me up, and we'll work out shipping details and payment info and all that stuff. Doing the online, or the I don't know, Venmo or PayPal or whatever. We can figure that out. I haven't really sold many of those, so. Can I play them on a record player? The stickers? Can I play the records? Or can I play the stickers on a record? Let me get some with the music. Oh, yeah, sorry, Chris. Pat is working on stuff. I helped him work on some stuff, and I think he has a couple of tracks for you. You guys got to work that out, though. He might have emailed you. Oh, I see, Ian. I see what you did there. Vinyl stickers. That would be interesting if I could, on vinyl stickers, put a loose groove in there, like records have. And you could there'd be a secret track or something. Oh, that'd be so weird. Sorry. Anyways, Chris, yeah. Maybe I'm assuming Pat will probably be on next week, because I don't think he has to work. He doesn't usually work weekends. And yeah, he has some stuff. He has some stuff for you. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to communicate a little bit more on that, so he can send you stuff. Yeah, I know he had at least 2 tracks. There was maybe a third one that he was gonna hook you up with, but yeah, I think with I guess we're gonna have to do if you were buying the tracks from Pat, you might have to do that separately, because he would email you the tracks, and then I would have to mail you the stickers. So, but if you want stickers, we can work something out. Yeah, 3 15-second tracks. I think they're a little bit longer. I don't think any of them are over a minute, if I remember correctly. But we did that on purpose, so you have if you need just a loop, you'll have a loop to cut and use, and then there'll be like a beginning and an end part for those tracks, if I remember correctly. It's been a couple weeks since I've listened to them and helped him work on those, and I've been working on my own stuff for pretty heavily for the last couple of weeks. So I can't remember exactly the tracks, but I do know there are tracks for you. So, well, if you want to email Pat, because I think he emailed you a while ago. If you want to respond to him, you guys can either work that out, or you can wait till next week and join in and press him about it on Saturday when we go live next Saturday. Oh, man, I still have a couple things I wanted to talk about, but you haven't gotten an email? Oh, okay. Pat said, no, not my email list. Like, was it a couple weeks ago? Maybe it was a little longer ago. You had sent me your email via Instagram, I think it was, and I gave that to Pat, and I think he said he emailed you. Resend me your email, and we'll make sure all this happens. Yeah, send it to Instagram. That's easier, so you don't have to post it here. Yeah, just resend your email to me, and I'll make sure. Yeah, it was a while back. Yeah, okay, cool. And we'll make sure that Pat gets those to you. Let's see. I don't like doing reviews as much anymore, but I do want to say just a couple quick things. Ahsoka came out. The first 2 episodes dropped. I understand some people's complaint with the show. I like the show. I liked Rebels. I watched all the animated stuff. Not all of it. I didn't watch Resistance, but I did watch Clone Wars, the movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. And then the show, and then Rebels, and I've been watching Bad Batch, but I'm not real keen on Bad Batch. I'm glad this next season is its final season. I'll just say that. I'm digging Ahsoka, and I think issues that I've heard some people talk about was like, oh, this doesn't feel like Ahsoka, or this doesn't feel like Hera. I do feel like both of these characters are in a different place than when we've really seen them last. Like, Ahsoka isn't a teen anymore. She's, if any of you have watched Clone Wars, or if you haven't, maybe you haven't, she straight up dies in Clone Wars and is brought back by like one of the pillars of the Force, the sister. And so like she's died. She's watched the Jedi, all of the Jedi just crumble. She watched the rise of the Empire. She's had all of her friends die or turn into Darth Vader. She died in Rebels? When did she die in Rebels? I don't remember her dying in Rebels. Well, I guess you... Are you talking about the World Between Worlds thing? Yeah. Did she die, though? They never really said... Well, she died in Clone Wars during the Mortis arc. That was during the Mortis arc. That was like season 2 or 3 of Clone Wars. And then... Yeah, I don't remember Rebels. If it's the like World Between Worlds thing where she like goes to fight Vader, I don't think any of that was definitive. But she definitely dies in Clone Wars. That's during the Mortis arc. I rewatched that recently. That's how I know. That's how I know. But yeah, I'm digging Ahsoka. I think she died to Vader, but yeah, I think it was only implied, and then you don't really get any sort of a conclusion until later with the World Between Worlds and Ezra. So yeah, I guess you could say she died. I mean, she definitively dies in the Clone Wars in the Mortis arc, and she's brought back to life by the sister. Like the sister gives up her life essence, her physical being to bring Ahsoka back. And then after that is when you get, what's the owl's name? I forget the owl's name. That owl. She didn't die because she showed up in episode 9 as a voice. Yeah. No. She dies and then comes back like in the same episode, or maybe an episode later. It's in the Mortis arc. It's like a 3-episode arc. She definitively dies and then comes back like quickly. But I'm just saying, like, she's gone through a bunch of stuff. So this Ahsoka I'm seeing feels more mature and more I don't know. Dave Filoni won't kill her. Yeah, no, I don't think he will kill her either. But no, she like absolutely like she is deceased in the Mortis arc. She's dead and then brought back to life like pretty quickly. But yeah, I think she's like just more mature in the show. Feels more mature. Hera, she's gonna go immortal probably. I mean, look, like I said, she was brought back by one of the living embodiments of the Force. The Anybody not familiar, there's this episode, this arc where you're introduced to the father, the brother, and the sister, and there are these living embodiments of the Force. All of them die, and I think it's implied that like Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka are all, well, maybe not Obi-Wan because I don't know. It's weird. We'll probably find out more, you know, in the near future through this Dave Filoni verse stuff, but yeah, anyways, I'm liking the show. I like the show. I'm excited to watch more. I think we'll learn more. There's theories out there that I do and I don't like that will probably happen or not. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on with this show. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think a lot of people are really judging it on these first 2 episodes now, and I mean, look, it's Star Wars. It's an it's a large overarching story. There's a lot of large overarching storylines, so I'm not really gonna totally judge the show until it's over. Yeah, she very well may live out every character, but also in this show. In the Ahsoka show, she's like 50 years old. Ahsoka is supposed to be about like, what, 45, 47, something like that. So she's older and mature. She's not this like, she's not Snips anymore, you know? And Hera, I don't know. I've heard some people say she doesn't seem like the Hera we know. I didn't really get that. I mean, she seems maternal. She's got some of these characteristics that I think are in the show, or you know, part of her character from Rebels. My one complaint with the character design isn't like, I really don't care when people are like, oh my god, Cad Bane's head is slightly smaller than it was in animation. Yeah, it was animation. I don't fucking care. I don't care if the like character design and animation is slightly different, or even in the Grand Inquisitor's case, more different than I honestly don't care. There's this level of suspension to disbelief you're supposed to kind of get over, and there's a reason that characters were created for animation and are now being able to move over to live action. I think my one criticism though, oh, that's fine, you don't have to watch the show. Maybe you will when it finishes. I mean, I also, there's been so much Marvel, Star Wars, DC, all these, you know, big IP that we're inundated with a lot of it. And so, like, if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. That's fine. If you want to take your time with it, you can take your time with it too. I'm not going to spoil anything, story arc or anything like that. I just had a couple of thoughts that I wanted to get out. You haven't watched Mando or Boba either. I do like Mando. Boba, I had some problems with that one. I had some real problems with that one. I like Mando. Season 3 was okay. They did some big things in season 3 that I liked, but they also did some stuff that I didn't like. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the one thing that does bother me a little bit really comes down about some of the character design. Isn't that like, oh, Hera looks different than the animated. I stopped watching after episode 7. I just know things. Hey, you know what? I don't blame you. stuff. I know, Ian. Lauren is gonna have to just make you watch all 9 movies. No, don't do that. Original trilogy, and then maybe that's it. I don't know. There's some good stuff in there. Rebels is good. I mean, it's an animated show for kids, but there's some really great storylines in there. Sorry, the one thing that bothers me about the design with Hera isn't really her design. It's the color palette that doesn't work for me. And I had the same kind of issue with Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy when I first saw it. The green pigment that they use is just too vibrant or stands out too much. And it's taking me a little bit to get used to it. With Guardians, it took me a couple of movies, honestly, to get used to Gamora's green. Because, like, it looks like a green that you would key out. So, like, you know, it's the color green you'd use for a green screen. You know, it looks fake. It looks weird. Hera, I think, could be done better by... there's been complaints. She's got tattoos on her... what are they called? Leku? The like tentacles that come down from her head. She's got tattoos on those, and they're like in the series they're more defined, or in Rebels they're more defined than in this series. But oh, I forgot to check my battery. Hold on, it might have to end soon. I'm getting an overheat signal, but I still have like a quarter of a battery. We'll do this Ahsoka talk real quick, and then I'll get out of here. I don't like the way they've been doing the Twilight Leku's the hair. Like, it's not like the OT or the prequels. It looks like they're using Rebels design. Yeah, I mean, they kind of are. That, to me, that doesn't bother me as much. I love you too, Ian. If you're confused and you're like, I'm out on this Star Wars stuff, I don't blame you. But I think for me, I think you could do the Twilight designs a little better. Like, was it the original trilogy? The species are blue. Peace out, dude. We'll talk later. Is it the one in Jabba's palace? She's blue, I think. And then you have, and I can't remember the character's name. Is it Jennifer Beals? In Boba Fett, there was a Twi'lek lady in Boba Fett, and she's like pink. And the thing with the blue and the pink is it's like in certain areas it's like if you look at my face right here, you see some like orange and pink and stuff like that, but around my eyes it's lighter. You know, there's just different color texture to skin tones. And I feel like with Hera, she's just straight green. There's not a lot of depth to her skin tone. And that bothers me. It bothers me like Gamora, because Gamora was just flat green. So I guess that's my biggest issue with the design, but... Oh, they were green and white. Ulu was green, and the Asian woman, Twi'lek, was white. And the prequels... Yeah, right. Sorry. Yeah. Isla Secure was blue. My bad. There's been a handful of Twi'leks in Star Wars, and I forget which ones are which. Yeah, I think it's for me it's more the color palette. It doesn't sit quite right. Other than that, I don't really care. But anyways, I'm watching Ahsoka. I think it's good. I think it's so far it's shaping up to be one of my favorite series. As long as they keep going in a good direction, and I don't know. All costumes seem kind of off. Yeah, I mean, I know we've had live action Star Wars for a long time, but a lot of live action Star Wars wasn't budgeted for television. It was budgeted for TV. And the TV Star Wars we had was all animation. And so I don't know. Again, there's this level of suspension of disbelief that I can get past. Some of the character designs. Sure, did the Grand Inquisitor's head look different to me in Kenobi than it did in Rebels? Yeah. I knew exactly who that character was, though. I had, like, no problems figuring out who that person was. But yeah, I don't know. This is just me though. I don't get hung up so much on these kinds of things where like a movie's ruined for me. There's always a moment of like, yeah, this could pull me out of the story just a tiny bit, but for me, it's not that much. I care more about like story and character than design and whatever. I don't know. I also saw some people complaining about the lightsabers themselves, and I'm just like, lightsabers aren't real. I don't know. Everybody's got their little gripes and issues and stuff like that. But for me, design stuff, I really don't care as much. I mean, there are exceptions to every rule. Just saying. But for the most part, I haven't been annoyed or mad that they'd used this design over, something different. And if Ahsoka goes more seasons, these characters are going to pop up in other content. There's going to be the Dave Filoni movie. There's probably more Mandalorian stuff we'll see these characters pop up in, and I think they'll grow on us over time. I think right now we're in this like transition from movie and animation into live action television. There's always going to be weird stuff going on there. So that's just my take. Man, do I? Okay, I'm going to drop one more thing real quick. This isn't like big news or anything. I've also been intermittently filling my time with another show that maybe some of you guys have seen, maybe some of you haven't seen. It's from 2008, and the CG in it is the best CG I've ever seen.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I know, Joe. I'm sorry. No, the show that I've been watching is Merlin, the BBC Merlin from 2008. There's like 5 seasons of it. It was one of those shows that I watched some of it like years ago, and I don't remember finishing it. And so I just decided like recently, let's go back and watch this. And Merlin is absolutely one of those shows that I just would be. I tried then. I'm trying now. It's one of those shows that I feel like was made for me, but it is of a different era. It's 2008, so that's like that's the year that the MCU is taking off, and I think storytelling has changed for a lot of us, especially after like Game of Thrones and stuff for television. But oh man, there's a massive drop off here. At least I'm not talking about Star Wars anymore. I'm gonna end the show here in a minute though. But yeah, I've just been watching Merlin. It's fun. It is full of plot holes, and the CG is atrocious now. I mean, it was probably not great then, but yeah, it's just. Well, yeah, actually, if you compare the dragon, John Hurt voices the dragon. If you compare any dragon scenes, the CG in that, to Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie came out the same year. The CG is pretty bad. But it's fun. It's a fun show. I like it. Not love it. It's fun and entertaining, and it's been keeping me busy while I play Tears of the Kingdom. I'm on my second go on Tears of the Kingdom. I beat it before. Now I'm just playing it again because I wanted to redo all the puzzles. The puzzles are fun. The game's fun. I love that game. It's great. Shoot. I guess that's it. I guess that's all I came here to tell you about. Did you learn anything today, Dark Brandon? Did you enjoy our conversations here? Do you watch Star Wars or anything, or what did you take from this conversation?
And I haven't learned a damn thing.
Well, damn it. I'm sorry, Joe. I've wasted your time talking to you about Twi'leks and their Leku and skin color palettes for aliens and stuff like that. I know you you got other things you got to take care of, but I don't know. I appreciate you coming and taking the time to come on the show. I appreciate your Secret Service not totally destroying my house. They've only knocked down 3 walls, so that's fine. What is it? We offer quarter for the Secret Service. They won this battle. I'll get them the next time. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that means. Anyways.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Look, Joe, you don't have to come back. You don't have to come back.
Dark Brandon.
I'm sorry, Dark Brandon. You don't have to come back. You can if you want, but...
Come on, man.
You can. You can come back if you want.
Guess what?
What?
And to get hot, I got hairy legs.
Dude, you told us that already. You told us about your hairy legs. We had a whole side conversation about that. Anyways, I want to thank Dark Brandon for joining me on this episode.
Thank you very much, pal.
Yeah, you know, we love you. We love you.
I love that guy.
We love that guy, you know. Anyways, all right, well, that's going to do it for this week. Don't forget to tune in next Saturday at 6. I got to try to remember that, too. Next Saturday at 6 is going to be the next show. Again, unfortunately, for the time being, I got to move the show times to Saturdays. But we'll figure that out, you know, as time goes on. Don't forget to check out wilddinosaur.com to support the channel. There's all kinds of cool merchandise you can purchase there. And follow me on Instagram at the Wild Dinosaur. I do stuff there. Sometimes funny videos, sometimes just check-ins and the stories and whatnot. But yeah, go follow me there and all that good stuff. So let's see. Hey, what else do I do? Yeah. So the website, and then also in the link, or there's a link in the description to this episode to donate to Planned Parenthood. I'm a big supporter of Planned Parenthood, and I think you all should be too. And so if you, need some free condoms, or you need some consultation on those itchy spots on your junk, go hit up Planned Parenthood, or, consider donating to Planned Parenthood as well. All right. Well, for Jon Does, for episode 140, holy crap, 140 episodes. Yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see y'all next week. Peace out.